Is your garden ready for fall planting? Learn how to read the subtle signs your soil is giving you to know when it's time to start planting for a bountiful fall harvest. Fall planting doesn't have to be a guessing game when you understand the secret clues your soil reveals to help you plant with confidence and grow a stunning fall garden. As summer's intense heat begins to fade and the first whispers of autumn drift through your garden, there's an exciting opportunity waiting beneath your feet. Your soil is preparing to enter one of its most productive phases of the year, and knowing how to recognize when it's ready can mean the difference between a thriving fall garden and disappointing results. The transition from summer to fall creates unique soil conditions that, when properly identified and utilized, can extend your growing season well into the cooler months. The magic of fall planting, why timing matters. Fall planting offers gardeners a remarkable opportunity to extend their growing season and enjoy fresh harvests long after summer crops have finished. The cooler temperatures and increased moisture create ideal conditions for many vegetables, particularly leafy greens, root vegetables, and cool season herbs that actually prefer the gentler conditions of autumn. During this time, your soil begins to recover from the stress of summer heat, allowing it to replenish nutrients and moisture levels naturally. The secret to successful fall planting lies in understanding that soil conditions in autumn are fundamentally different from spring. While spring soil is awakening from winter dormancy, fall soil is transitioning from peak summer activity to a more stable, nutrient-rich state. This transition period creates optimal growing conditions for many crops that struggle in summer heat. The soil retains warmth from summer while benefiting from cooler air temperatures and increased rainfall, creating a perfect microclimate for plant establishment. The most critical indicator that your soil is ready for fall planting is temperature. Your soil should register between 60 and 70 degrees Fahrenheit at a depth of 4 to 6 inches, which you can easily measure with a soil thermometer. This temperature range is ideal because it's warm enough to promote seed germination and root development, yet cool enough to prevent stress on young plants. Take temperature readings at the same time each day for several consecutive days to get an accurate picture of your soil's thermal pattern. Beyond the thermometer reading, you can feel your soil's readiness through touch. Properly conditioned fall soil feels cool and slightly moist when you dig down a few inches, with a texture that's neither too wet nor too dry. It should crumble easily in your hands without forming muddy clumps or dusty powder. When you squeeze a handful of soil, it should hold together briefly before gently breaking apart, indicating the perfect moisture balance for planting. The visual cues around your garden also tell a story about soil temperature. Look for signs that existing plants are responding to the cooler conditions with renewed vigor. Perennial plants often show new growth spurts, and any remaining summer plants display vibrant green leaves rather than the yellowing or wilting associated with heat stress. These visual indicators confirm that your soil has reached the temperature sweet spot for fall planting. Assessing soil moisture is, honestly, the foundation of fall success in your garden. Proper soil moisture is perhaps the most nuanced aspect of determining planting readiness. Fall soil should maintain consistent moisture levels without becoming waterlogged, which can be, a bit challenging to achieve after summer's dry conditions or those late-season heavy rains. The ideal fall soil moisture feels similar to a wrung-out sponge when you dig down about 3 to 4 inches below the surface. To test moisture levels effectively, just dig small test holes in various areas of your planting beds. The soil should feel evenly moist throughout the top 6 inches, without any dry pockets or soggy areas. If you encounter dry soil below the surface, water deeply several days before planting to make sure moisture penetrates to root level. Conversely, if the soil feels waterlogged, it's best to wait for it to drain naturally or consider improving drainage before proceeding with planting. Using a moisture meter can provide more precise readings, especially if you're new to reading soil conditions by feel. These inexpensive tools give you numerical moisture readings that really take the guesswork out of soil assessment. For most fall crops, you'll want moisture readings in the moderate to slightly moist range, avoiding both the dry and wet extremes that can prevent successful seed germination and root establishment. Understanding soil structure and texture for fall planting is, well, really important. The physical structure of your soil plays a crucial role in fall planting success. Optimal fall soil should be loose and well-draining, allowing both water and air to move freely through the root zone. After summer's heat and foot traffic, many soils become compacted, which restricts root growth and water infiltration. Test your soil structure by inserting your finger or a garden tool into the ground. It should penetrate easily to a depth of at least 6 inches without excessive force. Well-structured fall soil crumbles easily when disturbed, creating a fine tilth that's perfect for seed contact and root penetration. If your soil forms hard clods when turned or feels cement-like when dry, it needs amendment before planting. Adding compost or well-aged organic matter can dramatically improve soil structure, creating the loose, friable texture that fall crops require for optimal growth. The drainage characteristics of your soil become especially important in fall when rainfall typically increases. Your soil should drain excess water within 24 to 48 hours after heavy rain or watering, while still retaining enough moisture for plant needs. Standing water or soggy conditions indicate poor drainage that must be addressed before planting, either through soil amendment or the creation of raised beds. Fall planting provides an excellent opportunity to assess and adjust your soil's pH levels, since, many fall crops have specific pH requirements for optimal nutrient uptake. Most vegetables actually prefer a slightly acidic to neutral pH range between 6.0 and 7.0, which allows for maximum nutrient availability. Testing your soil's pH in early fall gives you time to make adjustments before planting, as lime or sulfur amendments need several weeks to effectively alter soil chemistry. The nutrient profile of fall soil is different from what you find in spring, mainly because summer crops have depleted certain nutrients while others have built up. A soil test can reveal these imbalances and help guide your fertilization strategy. Many fall crops, especially leafy greens, really benefit from soil that's rich in nitrogen and organic matter, while root vegetables do best with balanced nutrition and plenty of phosphorus for strong root development. It's worth considering the natural nutrient cycling that happens in fall, as organic matter breaks down and releases nutrients slowly over time. Adding compost or well-aged manure several weeks before planting lets these amendments blend into your soil and start the decomposition process, which will feed your fall crops throughout the growing season. So, understanding the relationship between soil conditions and local climate patterns is, really essential for optimal timing. Your soil might be physically ready for planting, but successful fall gardening also means you need to consider your area's first frost date and, of course, the maturity requirements of your chosen crops. Most fall vegetables need about 60 to 90 days to reach harvest size, so it's important to count backwards from your expected first frost to figure out your planting window. The beauty of fall planting, honestly, lies in the gradual cooling process that lets plants establish strong root systems before winter dormancy sets in. As soil temperatures slowly decline through the fall, plants naturally slow their growth and focus more energy on root development and cold hardiness. This natural process, creates more flavorful vegetables and can even extend harvest periods well beyond what summer growing usually provides. So you'll want to monitor weather forecasts and soil conditions together to choose the perfect planting moment. Ideal fall planting happens when the soil is just right, and the weather patterns show steady, moderate temperatures with enough rainfall. It's best to avoid planting during heat waves or right before heavy rains are predicted, since those conditions can wash away seeds or disturb newly planted seedlings. Reading your soil's readiness signals, it really becomes intuitive with practice, and honestly, each season teaches you more about your specific growing conditions. Start with these fundamental indicators, like soil temperature, moisture, structure, and chemistry. Then fine-tune your observations based on your garden's unique characteristics and your region's climate patterns. Keep in mind, soil conditions can vary quite a bit within your garden, so it's a good idea to test multiple areas before making any planting decisions. The investment in understanding your soil, it truly pays dividends in the form of healthy plants, longer harvests, and the real satisfaction of growing fresh food well into the cooler months. Fall gardening connects you with natural cycles and soil processes that, honestly, many gardeners never get to experience, deepening your understanding of the complex ecosystem right beneath your feet. So, are you ready to put this knowledge into action? Start testing your soil conditions today and discover the incredible potential of fall gardening. And hey, don't forget to subscribe to Smart Garden for more seasonal gardening tips, and share this guide with fellow gardeners who want to extend their growing season. Your fall garden adventure is just beginning, and with these soil reading skills, you're equipped for success in every season ahead.